hear the narration of the names and hometowns of the military training instructors. Please reserve the strictest respect during the oath of enlistment. During this oath, airmen pledge their lives to support and defend the Constitution of our country. For the safety and comfort of those around you, we ask that you remain in place until our distinguished guests have left the reviewing stand and departed the area. Restroom facilities are located in the buildings on either side of the parking lot, and during the morning ceremony, smoking and consumption of alcoholic beverages is not permitted. Please be cautious when ascending and descending the bleachers. Please use handrails where available and watch for tripping, slipping, and falling hazards. Finally, please do not go onto the grassy areas when taking photos during the ceremony. The flights before you today are named after Air Force pioneers who have made significant contributions to our enlisted heritage. They have special meaning to all airmen, especially those who are transitioning from civilians to warrior airmen of character. Today's graduates make up the heritage flights and will continue to shape our Air Force. And now, I'd like to take a moment to inform you of specific light locations on the parade field. As viewed from the bleachers, from your left to your right, the first 4 heritage flights to pass in review today are from the 322nd Training Squadron. Erie, Wright, Barnes, and Gaylor Flight. Next are McCoy, Andrews, and Parrish Flight from the 328th Training Squadron. In the center of the parade field is the 737 training groups from Buell Corps from the 321st Training Squadron. The flight selected to carry our state and territorial flags is from the 323rd Training Squadron, Blue Flight. Next is the Finkston Flight from the 328th Training Squadron, followed by Roy, Cody, Matthews, and Eschberger Flight from the 323rd Training Squadron. The last 2 flights to pass in review today are from the 326th Training Squadron, Del Toro and Lockheed Flight. At this time, please find a place to sit. Thank you, and enjoy today's ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the entrance of our official party. Please remain standing for the invocation given by Chaplain Apaya.
Please join me in prayer or silently in your own traditions. Almighty God, we thank you for this happy occasion that brings us together as fellow airmen, leaders, families, and friends. We rejoice with these graduates on this special day of achievement and celebration, and we ask for your blessing on these young men and women who have worked many difficult weeks and have given so much of themselves to arrive at this moment. We thank you for their families and their sacrifices they have made to make this day possible. We ask that you would fill their hearts with pride as they witness the fruits of their labor. We also pray you would give to their leaders and instructors a sense of accomplishment for their fruitful and dedicated service to these graduates. Grant these airmen strength that they may remain steadfast in the cause of truth, justice, and freedom, and may they always bring honor to the Air Force, to their families, and to themselves. In your holy name I pray. Amen.
Thank you, Chaplain Apaya. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's Basic Military Training Graduation Parade. We would like to introduce our distinguished guests, beginning with the host for today's ceremony, the Commander, Air Force Basic Military Training, Joint Base San Antonio, Lackland, Texas, Colonel Michael Newsom. Representing the Superintendent, Air Force Basic Military Training, Chief Master Sergeant Rick Grider. Today's reviewing officer is the Commander, 509th Bomb Wing, Whiteman Air Force Base, Missouri, Colonel Jeffrey Schreiner. The Command Chief, 509th Bomb Wing, Chief Master Sergeant Katie McCool, accompanied by her husband, Chris. Also in attendance with us today, the Commander, 11th Wing and Joint Base Andrews, Maryland, Colonel Andrew Pereth. The Command Chief, 11th Wing and Joint Base Andrews, Chief Master Sergeant Thomas Daniels. The Commander, 143rd Airlift Wing, Consett State Airport, Rhode Island, Colonel Michael A. Comstock. The Director, United States Department of Agriculture for the State of California, Ms. Kimberly Van. Although time does not permit us to introduce all of our distinguished guests, the 37th Training Wing is proud to welcome each of you. We hope you enjoyed today's ceremony. The airmen who have passed review today have completed a demanding 8.5-week program that provides Air Force units throughout the world with trained airmen. Part of this training includes the time-proven concepts of military customs and traditions, of which this parade is a vital part. All graduating airmen will also march over the Enlisted Heroes Walk. It will lead the way for thousands of airmen that will follow, all reflecting on our enlisted heritage, tradition of honor, and our legacy of valor. Our Commander of Airmen is Staff Sergeant Chad Jackson, Military Training Instructor, 321st Training Squadron. Colonel Schreiner will review today's ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the playing of the national anthem. Thank you. Please be seated.
Sir, parade is formed. Take your post. Give your squadron order! Sir, all present or accounted for. Publish the order. Attention to order! Detail force to die! Non-commissioned officer of the die! Technical sergeant, searching! By order of Colonel General! Officers,
737 Training Group, United States Air Force, Joint Base San Antonio, Lackland, Texas. Subject, Commander's Excellence Streamer. Commander's Excellence Streamer is awarded to the 320th Training Squadron, Flight 641, for their significant accomplishments demonstrating teamwork, excellence, and esprit de corps during the period of 15 July 2019 through 6 September 2019. Signed, Michael Newsom, Colonel, United States Air Force.
Reports the command in review. Stand. Hors d'oeuvre. Halt. Stand. Change post. Halt. Give your squadron order.
Ladies and gentlemen, the graduating airmen passing in review today represent a portion of the 40,000 recruits who will complete basic military training this year. The 737 training group provides all recruits the essential military training to become motivated members of the enlisted corps of the greatest air force in the world. The military training instructors are responsible for the indoctrination, development, and discipline of the airmen. They have dedicated endless hours to ensure all training objectives are met. Today's graduates have proven through academic studies, military training, physical training, and the development of teamwork that they are ready to take their place in the United States Air Force. The flights you will view today are a representation of the enlisted force. Each flight represents an enlisted member of the Air Force who has embodied our core values and contributed to its heritage. As our graduates turn left onto the bomb run to pass for review, they will march over the enlisted heroes walk. The airmen recognized on their papers have been awarded our nation's highest honor, representing heroic and unselfish actions as members of the United States Air Force in armed conflict, including present-day operations in Afghanistan. They include 8 Medals of Honor, 27 Air Force Crosses, and 188 Silver Stars awarded for bravery during encounters with hostile enemy combatants. These enlisted heroes serve to inspire all airmen to execute their duties courageously and with honor in their service to the great nation. Armed with the knowledge of our past, the airmen will exit the Heroes Walk by marching over a blue line, signifying their accession into the greatest air power in the world. Musical support for this morning's ceremony has been provided by the 737 training groups from the Bugle Corps from the 321st Training Squadron, performing today under the direction of Master Sergeant Douglas Cox, hometown, Zelenape, Pennsylvania. These trainees are also in basic military training, but have been hand-selected to perform for ceremonies of this type. We would like for you to notice our national, state, and territorial flags. As these flags pass for review, please stand and render the appropriate courtesies for our national flag. Once the flags have passed for review, please be courteous of others and be seated in order to allow our guests the opportunity to view the flights as they pass for review. Now passing in review. Our Commander of Airmen is Staff Sergeant Chad Jackson, Military Training Instructor, 321st Training Squadron, hometown, Orlando, Florida. From the 321st Training Squadron, 737 Training Group to Urban Field Corps, led by Technical Sergeant Isaiah Smith, hometown, El Dorado, Kansas, and Technical Sergeant Quentin Howard, hometown, Oakland, California. Hometown, Atlanta, Georgia. From the 328 Training Squadron, representing Chief Master of the Air Force Number 6, McCoy Flight, led by Master Sergeant Nicholas Thompson, hometown, Plano, Texas. representing Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force Number 7, Andrews Flight, led by 7th Sergeant Gerard Basil, hometown, Long Island, New York. From the 320th Training Squadron, representing Chief Master of the Air Force Number 8, Parish Flight, led by Technical Sergeant Luis Escobar, hometown, Arlington, Texas. The squadron selected as the color guard is from the 324th Training Squadron, led by Master Sergeant Ryan Willis, hometown, Cincinnati, Ohio. The flags selected to carry our state and national territorial flags from the 323rd Training Squadron, representing an Air Force Combat Action Medal recipient, Blue Flag, led by Sergeant Christopher Hawkins, hometown, Eagleville, Tennessee, and Technical Sergeant Trisha Dawson, hometown, Dayton, Washington. The B Squadron Commander is Staff Sergeant Kyle Schott, Military Training Instructor, 320th Training Squadron, hometown, Gaffney, South Carolina. From the 320th Training Squadron, representing Chief Master of the Air Force Number 10, Gangsta Flight, led by Master Sergeant Timothy Madonna, hometown, Tucson, Arizona. From the 323rd Training Squadron, representing Chief Master of the Air Force Number 16, Roy Flight, led by Staff Sergeant Dylan Ashley, hometown, Anderson, South Carolina. From the 323rd Training Squadron, representing Chief Master of the Air Force Number 17, Cody Flight, led by Technical Sergeant Kenneth Snow, hometown, Decatur, Illinois. From the 323rd Training Squadron, representing a Medal of Honor recipient, Matthews Flight, led by Staff Sergeant Samuel Fallon, hometown, Williamsburg, Virginia. From the 323rd Training Squadron, representing a Medal of Honor recipient, Experter Flight, led by Technical Sergeant Lee Fast, hometown, Charlotte, North Carolina. From the 326th Training Squadron, representing the first 100% disabled airman to re-enlist, Del Toro Flight, led by Technical Sergeant Keisha McCaffrey, hometown, Ava, Hawaii. From the 326th Training Squadron, representing a Bronze Star and Purple Heart recipient, Monkey Flight, led by Technical Sergeant Annie Wolf, hometown, Fort Worth, Texas. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the playing of the United States Air Force song. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Please be seated. Over the last 8.5 weeks, The airmen before you have transformed from civilians into motivated, disciplined warrior airmen with the foundation to serve in the world's greatest Air Force. Once these airmen leave basic military training, they will continue on to technical training to learn the skills needed to perform in one of over 118 Air Force specialties. They will then move on to serve at one of over 84 Air Force bases around the world, or work directly with our sister services. As these airmen move on to technical training, they will continue to focus on adapting to military requirements, achieving occupational proficiency, and learning how to be highly productive members of the United States Air Force. These men and women will prepare for increased responsibilities and must ensure they are trained, qualified, and ready to deploy and operate in an expeditionary environment while maintaining home station readiness. Of the hundreds of thousands of American citizens that enter the workforce each year, less than 1% have joined the ranks of the U.S. military, and an even smaller percentage in the United States Air Force. You should be proud of their accomplishments thus far. The airmen before you have reached a milestone in their Air Force journey and will require your continued support to assist them in their future endeavors. These airmen are the future of our Air Force and will pave the way for future generations of airmen as we continue to fly, fight, and win. We would like to take a moment to congratulate all of our squadron honor graduates as well as their families. Basic military training honor graduates distinguish themselves by being ranked in the top 10% of all airmen graduating in their class. The exceptional personal dedication, integrity, service for self, and sustained excellence these airmen display throughout their military training earned them this outstanding distinction. As the airmen march forward for the oath of enlistment, we would like to thank the families and friends who are here in support of the airmen graduating today. Your words of encouragement helped motivate these airmen through 8.5 weeks of basic military training. On behalf of the United States Air Force and Air Force Basic Military Training, we extend our thanks to the many families and friends of the America's Airmen for the support of our airmen and the greatest air power the world has ever known.
State flags down!
Chief Master McCool will now come forward and address our graduated airmen.
First, let me just say what an honor it is to be here today. And to all the families, not only do I understand what it means to serve this nation as an airman and as the spouse of an airman, but I also know what it means for my family to entrust the Air Force with our own children. In fact, one of my sons is on the parade field today. To the MTI Corps, I know the sacrifices you make each day to ensure that we properly prepare young men and women for military duty. The MTI Corps has been a part of my family since 1999, and I am so proud of the legacy that you continue to carry on. To the airmen out here, 24 years ago this month, I stood exactly where you're standing today. And despite what you might have heard, even the sky is not your limit. And now I would like to bring my wingman forward, the commander of the 509th Bomb Wing, the home of the nation's B-2, Colonel Jeffrey Schreiner.
Good morning, Airmen. Good morning. Many thanks to the family and friends that came out today, to all the commanders that are sitting in the audience and on the viewing stand today. What an amazing opportunity on a beautiful Texas morning to come out here and celebrate with our newest airmen in the Air Force. There are many, many people we could thank today, but I also want to call out our veterans. I know there's many of them in the audience today. One thing that we find more often than not nowadays is that military service is generational, and it's passed down to our children if we look at the statistics. So many of the airmen today are serving the veterans that are here in the audience. They're going to join the long line, hopefully after long and productive careers, to be veterans themselves one day. Thank you. To the airmen, thank you for volunteering and raising your hand to become part of our Air Force. Nowadays, there's not a lot of people that are even qualified to come into the military if you look at the statistics. But many of you have taken the opportunity to push yourselves and come out here today and successfully complete your basic military training. I want to talk just a little bit about what's next for you. Many of you will be heading on shortly to your technical school. After that technical school, in a matter of weeks or months, you're going to be getting out into the operational Air Force, and that's where I'm living right now at Whiteman Air Force Base in the B-2. Every single day, we're doing the mission, and we're ready for airmen like you to get out to our bases so that we can continue to do that mission with your expertise and your new fresh set of eyes that you're bringing in from tech school. The mission happens every single day, and I want you all to understand that wherever you end up in the Air Force, whatever base, whatever career field, you all have a vital role in what we do. And I don't say that lightly. The Air Force functions because of the basic little interactions that happen each and every day between our airmen between our soldiers and our sailors in the Joint Force, we can't do it without each and every one of you. And I thank you for being out here today and being part of this. You're going to do amazing things in your Air Force career. I want you to take the pride that you have today and hold on to that pride. Don't let anybody take it away from you. There's going to be tough times, but there's going to be a lot of good times in the process. Whether you stay for just one enlistment or you choose to stay for over 20 years like Chief McCool and I have. Either way, I'm happy to shake your hand and call you a fellow brother and sister in arms. With that, I just have one question. Are you prepared to join the ranks of the world's greatest Air Force? I think they're ready.
Instructors, place your flag to attention. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand. Colonel Schreiner will now administer the oath of enlistment.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name. You solemnly swear or affirm.
Do solemnly swear.
That I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States.
That I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States.
Against all enemies, foreign and domestic.
Against all enemies, foreign and domestic.
That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same.
That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same.
And that I will obey the orders of the President of the United States.
And that I will obey the orders of the President of the United States.
And the orders of the officers appointed over me.
And the orders of the officers appointed over me.
According to the regulations and the Uniform Code of Military Justice.
According to regulations and the Uniform Code of Military Justice.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, Airmen. Welcome to the world's greatest Air Force.
Thank you, Chief Master McCool and Colonel Schreiner. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing as our newest airmen recite the Airman's Creed and remain in place for the departure of our official party. I am an American Airman.
I am a warrior. I have answered my nation's call. I am an American Airman. My mission is to fly, fight, and win. I am faithful to a proud heritage, a tradition of honor, and a legacy of valor. I am an American Airman, guardian of freedom and justice, my nation's sword and shield, its century and avenger. I defend my country with my life. I am an American Airman. We've been beautiful order. I will never leave anyone behind. I will never falter, and I will not fail.
Thank you. Please be seated.
Right turn. Turn.
James Harrison Kingston flight from the 320 Training Squadron. The next 4 flights are from the 323rd Training Squadron, Roy, Cody, Matthews, and Ashburger flight. The last 2 flights are from the 326th Training Squadron, Del Toro and Long flight.